Trump lands in Beijing in 4 days. I'm in Shanghai. I'm walking through factories every day. I can already tell you 5 things happening on the ground right now that aren't in any newspaper. You are watching CNN, you are reading Bloomberg, you are trying to figure out what's coming. By the time CNBC reports on it, your Q3 sourcing decisions are already locked in. So let me show you what American executives need to see this week before the meeting even starts. Signal 1, code freezes. Here is something most US executives don't know. Boeing CEO Kelly Ortberg is flying to Beijing with Trump this week. Citigroup's CEO too. They are already positioning for the big commercial announcements. But while they line up the headlines, every other US importer this week is seeing something quieter. The factory codes go silent. I was in Fastener factory in Ningbo on Tuesday. They paused all new pricing for 10 days. Why? Because if Trump and Xi agree on a tariff numbers on May 14th, that number changes everything. The smart factories quietly stop quoting until they know. If your supplier got slow this week, that's not bad service. That's a strategy. What this means for you, don't expect movement on open RFQs until after May 15th. Signal 2. The tariff math just changed quietly. This year, US tariffs on Chinese goods range from 34% to 125%. Chinese exports to the US dropped 20% in 2025. They have kept dropping into 2026. Then in February, the US Supreme Court ruled most of those tariffs were unlawful. The administration has been rebuilding the regime ever since. Right now, suppliers in Shenzhen are getting weekly briefings from their export agents on which HS codes are at risk under whatever new structure comes out of this summit. 3 different factories told me the same thing this week. Their compliance teams are working overtime because the factories that look organized win priority allocation when capacity tightens. The sloppy ones get held at the port. What this means for you, your supplies preparation level right now predicts how fast your goods move in the next 90 days. Signal 3. The big buyers are getting silent confirmations. 2 of my contacts at major US imports got phone calls this week, not emails. Phone calls from their Chinese factory partners. This message was always the same. Your Q3 capacity is held. The factory already know there is going to be a scramble after this summit. They are looking in their best buyers privately before any public announcements. What this means for you, if you didn't get that call this week, you're probably not in the priority tier. Signal 4, rare earths are the quiet story. Out of every topic on this summit's agenda, Taiwan, Iran, trade tariffs, rare earth elements are where the real shift is happening. The US wants expanded supply. China controls roughly 70% of global rare earth processing. And right now, Chinese factories supplying rare earths to American manufacturers are being asked very quietly to look in long-term contracts before the meeting. If you are in EVs, defense, semiconductors, or magnet manufacturing, your rare earth supplier already decided this week whether to look you in or hold you out. If your bill of material touches rare earths, your supplier already knows how exposed you are. Most US executives don't. Signal 5. Your fastest WeChat contact just got slow. Your Chinese supplier rep who used to reply in 30 minutes suddenly takes a day. That's not them losing interest, that's political caution. They don't want anything they say in writing this week to come back during tariff dispute or sanctions review. Communication slowdown equals risk avoidance. What this means for you, don't escalate to their boss this week. They are not ignoring you. They are protecting both of you. After May 15th, normal pace returns. That's what I'm watching this week. Most of these 5 signals will become news in 30 days. By then, your Q3 sourcing decisions are already locked. That's why I post these every week so you read your supply chain before everyone else does. After Trump leaves Beijing on May 15th, I'm posting a follow-up. What actually changed and the 30-day decision framework for Q3. If you operate any business export to China, you don't want to miss it. Most of you watching this haven't subscribed yet. I know that because I saw the numbers. If anything I just told you helped you read your supply chain better, hit subscribe. I keep showing you what's happening from inside Chinese factories before it hits Bloomberg. I'm Cengiz. 20 years across global manufacturing from the United States to Shanghai. 2-year embedded inside Chinese steel and heavy equipment factories. This is the factory floor. New intelligence every Monday. Thanks for watching.